Look at them apples. Earlier in the year it was quite wet, and they are completely laden. Look, they're actually going to snap the branches off, I reckon. So that's a pear tree, the tall one, plum at the back, and we've got 3 apple trees here, but we're definitely going to monitor them this year, because last year they were all just about ready to pick, and then suddenly some bloke turned up in his van and took the whole lot. So we'll be setting the dogs on him if he does that this year. Waiting for the girl that they call Internet Karen. Now, if you've got a partner that's got ADHD, the whole process of leaving the premises takes quite some time, because there's a lot of faffing, there's a lot of putting bags in bags and then putting that in the truck and then going off to something else, and it all takes quite a long time. So I've worked it out with Karen. What we say is, right, are you ready? And she goes, yep. And I go, okay. And I've probably got something that's going to take me 20 minutes, half an hour to do, but then it doesn't bother me that I'm waiting 20 minutes, half an hour for her to turn up. So I can just get on and do what I need to do, and then by the time she's ready, I've done and we're both ready to go. Because otherwise you just sit in the car for half an hour waiting, watching her going from one side of the site to the other, doing stuff, not sure what. But here she comes now. She's looking glorious this morning. She can't wait to get on the old internet and say something profound. Here she comes, people. Internet Karen. Didn't take long, did it, babe, to leave the yard and get in the truck? Where are we going?
Home. Yard sale.
Yard sale. Cool. Let's have a look, see what's about. Well, it's probably going to be a load of plastic kids' toys and tat we don't need. But you got to go and look. Who's this coming down here? Right, onwards. First stop, the Banger Beverages stop here in Potterheim. These are pretty good. Better than most of the other food around here. Don't look like there's a lot of yard sales going on, but we'll drive back through. We are quite early. Banger first. Breakfast to the stars. See, babe? You get taken to all the right places, don't you? All the top places. Not all roast dinner and restaurants, do you? Yeah. Obviously a micro sale. So small we can't find it. Nothing going on in Potterheim, even though they said it was advertised. Right, we're going to head off to the next little place where there's a sale on. See if we can find something there. No car boot. So we've got no car boot going on. The yard sale was actually on a Saturday, which is a ridiculous day to do a yard sale. So yeah. Internet Karen's furious. Look at her. Yeah, there he is. No tat to look at, oh boy. So yeah, we're just gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna bumble around. We're gonna go, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive about until we find something interesting. We've had a hot dog. That's the most interesting thing. This is a dead end road. I've never driven down here. I'm gonna drive down here and see what's about. Bound to be something. Got silo houses up there. Very cool. I've never been in them, but we do drive by them quite often. Nice idea. We're not having a lot of success because this was where they used to do car boot sales, and they're building houses all over it. This is why we don't go out on a Sunday, you see, because we just yeah, we're just best to stay in the yard. Right. Okay. I quite like this some of these little lanes we're driving down. Some very interesting little places tucked about. Little yards and sheds and sort of ramshackled sort of places that look like sort of places we would like to be involved with. I'm going to drive down here now. Why not? Right, we're giving up. We are giving up. It is now 12:30. We've been to 3 car boot sites, none of which are running. One sign read every Saturday and every Sunday, and then when we drove down there it says every Saturday. The yard sale was on a Saturday, so we,
And
Hovton,
which is always on.
yeah, isn't on.
It's not
Or is finished. So yeah, that's the end of that. Dog show went on. Nothing's on.
The dog show must be on.
Well, we might head back to the dog show on the way back, but yeah, I best just get back in the yard, take my shirt off and pretend the day didn't happen. Well, I'm going to say unsuccessful. It's 1:45. We're just driven nearly into Yarmouth and then all the way back to Wroxham, and every car boot sale's not running. The yard sales weren't running. That was yesterday. Yeah, a lot of, and we did double check a lot of things, but no success. So yeah, had a hot dog sausage and now we're home. Someone's ready for bed by the looks of her. Yeah, mental. Okay, well, that's why we don't do a lot on a Sunday. Brilliant. Very Norfolk. One sign says Saturday, when you get there it says Sunday. One sign says Sunday, when you get there it says no, it's already been. So the day's been a bit of a write-off, to be honest. Not in a bad way, because we just came back here and lazed about. Internet Karen had a little snooze. I had a little snooze. Still very, very beautiful, very sunny. So we're going to do what we always do every day, basically, is we're going to walk the dogs on our own private beach and probably go and have a pint. What else are Sundays for? Sunday dinner and meeting up with family and friends and having a drink. So all good. Here she comes. She is. Pretty glowy, but you can see what I said about the water's clearing right out. It looks tropical. Almost. This old sandbar's a bit weird. Just appeared last day or two. But yeah. Not my private beach, but it's good as. Morning. Monday morning. Still got a bit of this going on, but no rain. We could really do with some rain. I'll show you why in a minute. But because of the heat, I am actually going to take advantage. So all this wood, we're going to give this a coat of combination of creosote and barn black paint. So all this needs doing. See where the green is there, and just giving this a big freshen up all the way round. You can see where this got missed last year. Look, so we've got that bit there. So this all just gets a once over. There's a lot to do, but it's general maintenance sort of stuff. So yeah, we're going to get around this whole building basically today. Harry's coming over. We're both going to get absolutely stinking and covered in creosote. I've got a different plan for the veranda this year. So the plan is, when Edward gets back from his time away, we're going to board the inside of this. So we've still got this railway looking vibe, but we're going to have a solid board on the bottom and then make up some actual panels that we can fix in here over the winter. That way it'll be easier to pull the panels off rather than having the boards on. But all this is going to get a coat today, the whole lot. And yeah, we'll just get round it and that'll be winterized then. doesn't take a lot, to be honest, because it's had several coats over the years, so it's just topping up. And I've used before I get any things about creosote, I've used every type of wood stain, wood preserver, anything water based just doesn't last here. It's horrendous. So you put it on and within a few weeks it's no good. So sadly, and I know it's going to probably cause controversy, creosote and barn black are the only thing that we can get a season out of. This place is 10 years old, and in order for me to preserve it and keep it going, we have to do this. The other thing is this needs a coat. So this is the original ends of the railway carriage, and I've got some paint for this, so I'll get this painted up as well as the other end. And again, as long as that gets a coat every year, it's fairly good, it's fairly solid. Considering this is 1889, it's in good order. But it does get with this heat, it's just, you need to protect it. So this will get a coat, that'll get a coat, and that'll look a completely different thing by the end of the day. This is the other issue. We're dry. So annoyingly, this side of the site where we've got the showers, we ain't got any water. That side of the site where we've got water, we ain't got any showers. So I need to get on that and sort it out. But first things first, we'll get Harry going and get on with the day. I think we've got a changeover as well today. Look how nice that looks. It's like brand new. So I'm waiting for the comments. I know I'm the eco gypsy and I'm promoting all that sort of stuff, but I'm just going to say this is cedar. You're not supposed to put anything on it, just let it be natural. But we are very, very coastal. I've mentioned this several times. You're always making a compromise when you're living in a wooden building. With this dry heat, we've got in tons and tons of ant infestations, and it doesn't take long before insects and stuff start ingressing into this. I would hate for this 1880s railway carriage to get infected with woodworm and all sorts of grief. It's in really good order, and we've restored it to really good order. But 85% of all the timber here, these are off some old buildings. These are old telegraph poles. All this wood at the top here and all this wood is all off the beach, and it's mostly taro and greenheart, which is a hardwood anyway. But you don't know what previous life it's had. So creosote, I'm sad to say, is the only option. It works as an insecticide. It ingresses into the wood very, very deeply. The barn black is spirit based, and that does the same, and that's the only thing that works out here. And believe me, I have tried a lot of other things. So yeah, it's that compromise always you have to make. We try and keep it least amount of it going into the ground as possible, and just, yeah, that's the only way out here, I'm afraid. If there was any other option, I would have used it. And I've been told about all this stuff they use in the Arctic. A friend of ours painted his house in some preserver that was £80 a litre, and within 2 years that was hanging off. So them old farmers knew what they were talking about, and I'm afraid the creosote mix is what it's going to have to be. Plus, Internet Karen does like the smell. Don't know why, it's like gypsy aftershave. Look at that. It's like brand new. Soaks in an absolute treat. Now, having said what I said, if there's anyone out there in the comments who would like to offer an alternative, cost effective, and is as good as what I use, by all means give me a shout. I'd like to know. I can buy a creosote 20 litres for about 60, 70 quid, and the Barn Black's the same, and that lasts us a long time. So again, £80 a litre ain't gonna be a thing, but it's very effective. So if there's someone out there and say, oh, you can use this, it's eco-friendly and it's just as good, I'm all ears, always willing to learn something. But yeah, look how black that is. Soaks in a treat. Uh-oh, that could be a bad sign, especially when I've got her in her here. Freaky dolls, freaky dolls. Freaky dolls, she's looking at me. Charity shed, charity shed, charity shed. Yeah, babe. I know. She's desperate to buy something she can't because it's all tat. Come on, out of the charity shed. There you go. Even Pig loves the smell of creosote. So look at that. All done. All round here is done. The whole place is done. You see it's already soaking right into those boards. All down the sides. Everywhere. It's a job well done. I even done the dog kennel, so everything on site's had a coat, so that'll do us till next winter. It's the best place for them after a day's creosoting. Well, we were having quite a nice Monday evening, just walked the dogs after a lovely day, and we've got a message from our White Rabbit people who are the Holdy let, saying they've got poo coming out of the floor or something rank. So here we go. Who's the poo man? Who's the man who sorts out the poo? Reuben the poo man. Here we go. Let's go and sort this. They're in for a week as well. So let's hope we can sort this out. So we are the poo team. Poo team. Someone's managed to block the toilet up with a load of wipes, and yeah, someone was gagging or someone was cleaning. Anyway, disaster averted. Let's get home. Fun in the Holdy let world. Okay, it's Tuesday morning. Just recovering from Poogate last night. The Holiday let people just got in and said there's a bit of a funny smell. Luckily, we got over there and got it sorted. But yeah, it was funny watching Karen gag with the. She don't like sewerage much. I ain't got a problem, but yes, sort that out. Right, let's show you what we've got to do today. So we've got a few bits on the truck. This is stuff out of the yard, these 2 tanks, little chair there and some blocks. We're going to chuck them all off at White Rabbit, not at White Rabbit, sorry, at Driftwood. So we're going to dump these all off, and then we're going to go to Nicholson's and pick up some supplies. I need some bits off them, and then get back here and get on. I'm waiting for a call today. I'm supposed to be doing some sort of clearance job, but I haven't heard back, so I don't know. I'll get on with my day and we'll work out from there. Right, that's all that unloaded. I'm going to pop down to Nicholson's now because I need some Aspin, which is the ethanol-free fuel. That new mower that I've got is spluttering and coughing, and I don't really want to do a carb rebuild on it because I hate doing carb rebuilds, but the easiest option is to drain the fuel out and put some of this Aspin in and see if that actually sorts it out. So I'm going to pop in there now and get some of that. So that Aspin is expensive, it's £25, for 5 litres. But yeah, it is worth it if you're like me. Your 2-stroke stuff sat up for a while. Well, this is 4-stroke as it goes, the blue stuff, but you know what I mean. So yeah, 40 quid on those. I've got some brake cleaner and some copper grease spray, which I use for everything nowadays. Right, I've got to shoot back out because someone wants something from Driftwood. Cheeky bastards. I've got a letter saying pay your rates, paid the rates, and now I've got one saying this is your notice if you're late payment, which I haven't been. Yeah, so pay up or you lose your instalment rights. Cheeky bastards. Then what? Take you to court, and then what? Try and evict you from your own property, you cheeky bastards. And I've paid them. This letter goes out before the end of the month. So yeah, go and stick it. Absolutely fuming about that. When people ask me why I've chosen to live how I live, and that is a lifestyle choice, if you like a catchphrase, to live off grid. But the main reason is so I'm not having to deal with inaccessible bullshit people who just send you bills and want money out of you for absolutely FA. It's absolutely mental. Since I've been on that site 10 years ago now, my rates have gone up every year. Tenors, 20, 50 quids, right? It's gone up every year. I refuse to have a direct debit. I just pay them when the bill comes through. Now they don't even send you a bill, they just send you a summons or a letter to say, right, you owe us money or we'll take you to court. So you don't even get the courtesy of having a message come through saying your rates are due. It's absolutely mental. Yeah, and you can't ring them up, you can't talk to them, you can't argue with them. All you get is pay or we'll send a bailiffs round. And absolutely drives you mental. Absolutely mental. I think I'm going to change my name from Eco Gypsy to Ruben the Poo Man. Just had to go and change the toilet up on the campsite as well, the composting toilet. So that's all fresh for the people. They're going in a day or two. So I love poo, obviously. That's one advantage to not being able to smell anything. Last night poor Karen was gagging and reaching. She couldn't handle the smell at all. I can't smell a lot through several broken noses over the years, so I've got no real sense of taste or smell, which is beneficial when a lot of your work seems to revolve around toilets. Right, let's get back to the safety of my yard where nothing bad can happen, and I can get on with trying to fix the mower. Okay, back together. Let's see if I've made it worse or if I fixed it. Good so far. That's weird. Starts up a treat, runs really well, and then just slowly cuts out and stops. It's like there's this fuel starvation issue, but there's plenty of fuel getting into the carb. So don't know. I've googled it, and there's a guy on there. Might be electrical, but then it does start really well. Hate bloody 2-stroke. Bloody lawnmowers, I mean. This one's got a puncher, but this does at least cut well and start and run. So I'm going to sort the puncher out and get a battery for this. That one might have to go to the shop. Ugh. Frustrating day today. Haven't achieved a terrible amount. I'm going to start the dinner. I won't start the dinner because she's already started it. Look at that good old woman. I was going to come in and do that. Alright, cool.
I've had enough of drawing today.
I've had enough of fixing mowers today. Not fixing mowers. Right, food. Yeah, it starts. That's how severe the day's got. I had to open up a can of beer. Nice. This guy normally rocks up every year, moors up here for a week or so, and then just paddles in. See him at the pub quite often. I'm pretty sure it's the same fella anyway, but he travels about on that yacht. Could think of worse of things to be doing in the winter. In the summer, sorry. Morning. Well, Wednesday morning. Well, I think basically we've moved to Spain. I think that's what's happened. Well, Spain with transits. It was blazing hot last night. I really struggled to get to sleep. That was one of those when you're on holiday sort of heats. And typically, last night I had a text from the people who are staying at Oak Meadows, and I thought, here we go, this will be drama. But it wasn't. It was a pleasant sort of message. Saying that there was a very unusual vehicle on the site. Now, I did notice it yesterday, but I'm not, like I said before, I'm not going to run up to people and start poking cameras in their face. So the guy is very happy to be filmed and have the vehicle filmed. So we're going to go out there and do that this morning, because it's quite well known in this area, but it is a very unusual vehicle. We think probably there's only one of these in, well, certainly in this part of the country. So we'll take you up and have a look at that. That's the first thing. And then I've got to shoot over to a job for 10:30. I've got to go over to a job to help some friends of mine who are doing a sort of garden scrap house clearancey sort of thing. He messaged me yesterday because they're a man down and there's a load of crap they need clearing up. Some of which I think will probably go again. So yeah. But I'm already sweating. I haven't even left the yard yet, so it's going to be another blazer. We must be in the 30s here at the minute. I'm not moaning. I do love the heat, but I should think Jeremy Clarkson's not very happy because there hadn't been rain for, I don't think we had a drop for 6 weeks, and probably a lot longer than that in actual proper rainfall. So yeah, it's been a heavy one. Right, I'm going to get sorted out, get some tools chucked on the truck, and then we'll get down the road. One of the more positive things about social media, and especially my channel, is that we seem to, as the channel's growing, seems to open up different avenues, and people are actually approaching me, asking me to do videos and come over and look at this and come over and look at that. And I think you build up a certain element of trust with people when they watch your videos. I'm not that aggressive. I don't sort of go pumping myself about and trying to push the YouTube. Maybe I should do a bit more, but if people generally approach me and ask me to do something, it's a really nice way of starting. And Karen's a bit like that with her artwork. Is people ask her to do stuff, she's really flattered and is really pleased to do it. But pushing herself and promoting herself and all that, it's hard work sometimes, and it kind of, I don't sit well with us. So yeah, to be asked to come and do this morning is nice. It's a good thing. And yeah, as the channel's growing, more opportunities are coming along, and that's great, because I would genuinely like to do some collabs with different YouTubers. I'd like to do some more one-on-one individual stuff. I really enjoy it if we get to do like the interviews and walking around having a look at different things. It's really good. I sort of get a bit of a buzz off it, and it's stuff I'm learning stuff, and it's a social. So yeah, if there's anyone out there who's got anything interesting that they think, yeah, that'd be the sort of thing that would work on the channel, just drop me a message. and if I can, we can do something, because yeah, it's what it's all about in my mind. I watch social media as we ain't got TV, so that's my sort of primary views of stuff, and a lot of it interests me, and that's mental stuff, you know, guys living in the woods in Alaska, and guys, you know, in America doing right mad haulage stuff and crane and stuff. It's not stuff I'm going to end up doing in my life, but it's still interesting. So right, we're a bit early, so we'll get down this road and see what's about. I might have to just grab some water, because she's a hot one. So these are the friends of ours that are staying on Oak Meadows, and they're having a lovely time. They couldn't have picked a hotter mega day weekend for it. One of them's got this Land Rover trailer tent. There's an old school bus here, and what we've come to look at, so I'll show you. So this is what we've come to look at. Look at this, people. Strangers in a strange land. Isuzu engined. What is the correct title?
It's a Philippine Jeepney.
Jeepney, right? Okay.
The first ones were made out of American Jeeps,
right?
Back in the 50s, all left over from the war,
right?
And they turned them into passenger vehicles, and they gradually got bigger and bigger, but these days they're all made out of Japanese truck parts.
Right. And you brought this back from the Philippines?
It came in a container from Manila to Bangkok, and then I drove it back across Southeast Asia, Kazakhstan and Russia in 2004.
Wow.
It took about 6 months and had quite a few breakdowns on the way, but it finally got here, and then it had to become legal for the UK roads, which was also a little bit of a battle. But
yes.
These days it passes its MOT, touch wood, and
that is MOTable then, so you're not MOT exempt, no?
Yeah, no, it's 21 years old this year.
Right.
Or bits of it are older, really. But,
yeah. Right, let's have a little walk around, shall we? So, the graphics. That was like this when you bought it?
No, they actually built it. Visited different workshops and picked what I thought was the best one.
Yeah.
And they built it while I was there, and I said, I want some Philippine wildlife on it. So
right.
This is the monkey-eating eagle, the biggest eagle in the world.
Right.
And a carabao, which is what they use to pull ploughs and so forth.
Yeah,
and then there's a kingfisher on the other side, same as we get here, in fact.
Yeah, wicked. Left-hand hooker, and I was actually surprised that very little, dinky little cab, but you ain't too wide, as either are you.
It's a very narrow vehicle.
Yeah,
handy
that's a bonus. Yeah, because I say I've had left-hand hookers, but at 7 foot wide, it's absolutely terrifying. So these are quite cool. These mud guards as well.
It's a cottage industry there. They make there's probably about 1 million of them on the road, or used to be. They're disappearing a little bit these days, sadly.
Yeah, same as we were talking about Malta. The same. They're sort of decommissioning them. So you got a little bit of a living van. Yeah, well, we'll just do that. Right, we've been camping here for a few days.
The good thing is it's designed for hot climates, so the windows being vertical, and there's also an airflow goes underneath there.
Yeah.
Between the roof and the panelling inside, so it's relatively cool.
Yeah. I didn't notice that. Yeah, that's a bit like the Coventry night roofs.
Originally, they were what they called a calaza, was a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah.
And the design of the back, stuck on the back of the jeepney, came from the calaza carriage, like a hansom cab, really.
Yeah.
And as they disappeared and the jeepneys came in, they just put the two styles together, and then all the rest of it is done a bit like a canal boat. There's some traditional designs to how the whole thing is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And indeed, it's different on different islands. This is...
I say, I've seen similar stuff in Thailand when we was in Thailand, which I assume's come from the Philippines, you know, and most of that they were all on Land Rover bases, which I suppose whatever vehicle's available, isn't it? These lights are quite nice.
Yes.
You wouldn't want to try and get some more of them, would you?
No.
Just as well the cages are on there. But it runs well, diesel.
It's diesel.
Yeah.
It was about 25 to the gallon.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit thirsty.
Well, I don't know.
I can get to 70 if
Yeah,
just about.
yeah. There's that Kingfisher. It's nice. No, it's yeah. I mean, I've seen the vehicle about quite a bit, but you're not going to see many of them in the country, are you?
No, I was very fortunate. Quite early on, a Philippine charity who have a stall at quite a few festivals. They said, "Would you like to bring it along as part of our stall as a sort of an attraction?
Yeah.
You'll get free entrance to the festival."
Perfect. Yeah.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been to quite a few of the bigger festivals like Glastonbury, Latitude, Boomtown
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
And so it's used to its moment of fame.
Yeah, no, that's it, and I'm sure you get used to talking about it, because I know my kids used to have it remote control about the bus. They used to go 1962, Bedford Supervago, la 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 la. You know, even my daughter could do it. So, but yeah, lovely thing. Wicked. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's good. That'll go on the channel. I'm sure some people will find that quite interesting. Yeah, you don't see many of them guys. Many of them.
Yeah, I think someone said, "Oh, you thought it was the white one is? Oh, maybe you meant the Land Rover."
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you said about the white one, yeah.
What about that, people? It's an eyeful, isn't it? He's had that for some time. We have sort of crossed paths over the years. But nice fella, and yeah, big story. I could have actually done a whole video just on how the hell he got that here, driving it across the world. So yeah, good. And more to the point, they've really enjoyed staying there. They've enjoyed the spot. They've enjoyed the whole vibe, which for me, financially aside, because obviously we've got to make a living, you want people who know what they do, you know, who, appreciate it. This isn't a conventional campsite, never will be. So you need the right people who kind of appreciate it to enjoy it. Right, enough old waffle. Let's get down the road. I think I'll get just pop into Driftwood, and then I'll head off to the first job. I ain't got to be there till 10:30, so cool.
Turn left, then take the second right.
I changed my sat nav to an Australian dude, and he goes, "You've arrived at your destination, put another shrimp on the barbie," and all this stuff is brilliant, and it's really made me laugh. So even though I know where I'm going, sometimes I put that on because it really amuses me.
After 100 yards, turn right.
Another one of these. I think they call them houses. I'm not sure, but it looks like a very expensive place to live and run. And we've got some crap out the back to get out. Luckily I've got some help here. A few interesting bits, a bit of scrap, bit of crap, obviously obligatory old push bikes. There's a few tables, and these stands are quite interesting, I think. Bit of a mid-afternoon pit stop because I was doing a Rubens review on these bad boys. I've just trekked myself sick of not finding batteries, not finding chargers, nothing compatible, so I've bit the bullet on my boys' advice and gone with the Milwaukee Drill Impact and this bad boy circular saw. They are awesome, and I've got the grinder and I've got the recip. So one charger does all, saves me walking round and round in circles in the yard trying to find where I've put the charger and etc, etc. but it is absolutely blazing still. I'm now going to try and get the rest of this stuff off the truck, because we are out tonight and I need to get this truck emptied so it's ready to go in the morning. So we'll go. This is why we're a great team, because while I'm out here grafting in the sun, getting dirty and stinky, Super Clever is in here knocking these out. So this is the latest. This is a wedding present for Arnie. We're going to his wedding this week. Oh, actually, no, we've been by now. And Sarah, yes, that's their 2 dogs. So that's that one. What else you done? And this is a birthday present. So that's the man's cat. So she's got a little fan in here, it's all cool. There's another cat and some cows, some stuff and things. Clever. Isn't that Karen?
Sweaty mess.
Sweaty mess. This is cool, this is a little side project. A little fairy mirror. So there's all sorts of stuff and things going on here. Yeah, so good stuff. Productive day, babe. We're going to the pub, aren't we?
Yeah.
We need to get down the pub.
And that.
Oh yeah, there's some ducks in the fish pond. Don't ask people. Just ADHD is a strange disease. Right. Not really a chore. Coming to the KA again, the second time in 2 weeks. And getting our dinner. Well, it's still warm, but I need to get these girls out. It's hot, isn't it, girls? Get her in the sea. Might cool her off a bit. Might get Karen in there as well. Wow, well, this is what happens when you live in paradise. Eight o'clock at night. Everyone wants to be here. Our little puppy. Never mind. People are quite friendly still and quite respectful, and it's just the rubbish we ate, but there you go. Can't have the place to ourselves all the time, can we? Unfortunately. Thursday morning in the transit graveyard. It's about 6:30, I think, just gone. Very, very beautiful this morning. You can already feel the heat in the air. And then I woke up with a bit of a start thinking, oh, I forgot to get all the stuff off the transit. Blunder. Schoolboy error. Need to get this unloaded because I've got some stuff to pick up on the way to work today. So, yeah. Let's get this done. Early morning workout. That's why I don't need a gym membership. Whew. Right. Onwards. Just picked up a lovely little door and some bits and pieces from this property, local, on my way to work. That's a bastard to get out of here. Right. So, cab chat, Thursday morning cab chat, woohoo! Review of the week so far. It's been quite pleasant, really. Weather is terrible for farmers and terrible for anyone who's growing anything, but yeah, it has been top 20s, early 30s, and I think hotter than that yesterday. Very unusual for long periods of time. We could really do with the rain. I am actually going to probably run about in the yard naked when it rains, if you can get that picture out of your head. So yeah, going into work today. Obviously Thursday we'll probably go and see the kids later, catch up with my boy. He's been doing some pretty mad stuff with his work, so it's always nice to hear get that enthusiasm off him. He's a young man who's stepping out in the world, so it's always good to get a bit of feedback and see how the beautiful ones are doing. Yeah, so I'll see who rocks up today and what the score is. Never know, every day's an adventure. But that was nice to see that the painted up Jeep thing yesterday on the campsite, and the guy was cool. That was really nice to actually for them to ask me to film rather than me crazing people, so that was good. Went out and had a lovely bit of dinner last night with some friends, so it's all simple stuff. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you kind of, you know, we flick from project to project, and then in the downtime it's just a sort of day-to-day stuff, but there's still a few things on the list that I've got to get done, and I'm really looking forward to Edward's back on the books next week. He's coming to do some jobs in the yard, and that'll give me enthusiasm to get going, and the Milwaukee tools are going to help, because yeah, spend most of my life wandering around trying to find batteries, which is, yeah, them days have got to come to an end. So yeah, all good. Wow, what a day. Yeah, that's gone, that went a bit bonkers there, bizarrely. So all the larch is gone. Bloke's just bid me on the lot, so that's gone. Any profit is sold as far as I'm concerned, so it could sit there for a week or two and it could trickle out, and I could probably made more money, but sensible bid, that's sold. These pallets are selling as well, so that's quite a lot of wood in that for 40-50 quid, so sold that. What else is sold today? A few bits and pieces are gone, which is encouraging. It's nice to, yeah, keeps the spirits up more than just the finances of it all. It's nice to see some movement in the stock. So yeah, all good. Right, I'm going to lock up and we are going to get up the road and head into the city and see if see my boy and have a bit of dinner. See my girl as well. She's working, so we can only intermittently talk to her, but we can go and grab some food anyway. Yeah, good. Makes you feel a lot better. I like the deal, whether it's a tenner or whether it's £1,000. The deal is the bit of toing and froing. Even if people are coming in and doing a bit of a barter and they're swapping a bit of gear, it's still nice to have a bit of a go. So yeah, good. Oh, how exciting. That looks like rain off there and down that way. Don't think I'll get excited about rain. Here we are. Don't ever get bored of looking at that. That is for sure. I think if you have done a lot of travelling in your life, that view takes some beating. Lush. Oh, rain. The absolute relief in the air. You can't hear it on camera, but awesome. That is going to do so much good to everything. The grass, fill up our water tanks. I hope it cracks on so we can get a good heavy rainfall. That'd do everything so much good. Oh, brilliant. It's now easing up, so it's only really sort of heavy rain in the last, I don't know, we've probably had 10 minutes worth here, not a lot. It's still raining but not heavily. But listen to this, I feel compelled to show. Listen to this. Can you hear, people? That's the main tank. Well, what a difference a bit of water makes. Everything feels really fresh this morning, and that sort of dryness has gone out of the air. It's absolutely lovely, and I had a shower. So I've been on strip washers all week because I've had this stupid idea of pulling the shower out in my side. The one side of the site we've got water, I've pulled the shower out of. So that was nice to go back over. It's given me an opportunity to clean all the gutters, clean all the filters, clean all the water system out. And yeah, so that's good. But yes, fresh and clean, washed, shaved, all good. So off to work. I'm just going to go up as I've got Auntie G-Dog in today, so I'm going to take advantage of that and go up to the campsite because we've got changeover today and I need to get some strimming and mowing done. So we'll do that this morning. And I have got a little, well, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I've got quite an unusual call today to go and pick up some unusual items, let's put it that way. I'm not sure yet what's there, but I had a call. I picked up some crap from the same address recently. Now we've got to go back and have a look at something else. So I will take you on the journey today, as I always do, if there's anything interesting. But yeah, what a difference. What a difference. I just flicked the radio on as well and heard that poor Thames Water, poor Thames Water, their multi-billion pound bonus scheme, have, yeah, they can hardly afford to run the company. It's all going to have to be put over into the taxpayer, and surprise, surprise, there's a $20 billion reinvestment program. Doesn't it make you sick? So all these CEOs and all these top people who have been running Thames Water have run away into the hills with their multi-million pound bonuses, leaving a massive debt that we've got to pick up because them poor people in London need to be able to have a poo and flush the toilet. They aren't going to be having strip washers, are they? No, they're not. That makes you sick. So I've just turned the radio off. That's what I've done. I've turned the radio off, and you get it. I'm going to go and do some mowing and some strimming and get a bit of field therapy, woodland therapy, beach therapy, meadow therapy. Well, we had very respectful guests, people who know how to live outdoors, so we haven't got any mess. I just want to give this longer stuff a bit of a blast over, go round with the strimmer, give this hedge a quick once over. But yeah, we haven't, we seem to be attracting the right sort of people, let's put it that way, people who know how to live, what I say. Anyone who's thinking about doing composting toilets or composting of any description, these are good. Bought these several years ago now, little rotators, and you put your sawdust and your compost in these front flaps. Every so often give it a spin round, and by the end of the season normally you've got some fantastic compost to put on all your plants, and it doesn't smell whatever people think. Yeah, they've been really good. I think they come off the Jungle website, but yeah, worth a consideration. That'll do for now. I'm going to come back tonight and do a bit more. I've done this main site, and I've done a bit around there, but I just want to do the round the edges just to keep on top of it. But yeah, grass come up well. That bit of rain is going to help immensely. Right, let's get to work. So the people that are coming to stay this weekend are some friends of mine, and it's their daughter's birthday party. And I can remember their daughter being born, and now she's 16 or 18 or something, and it's all quite makes you feel old. But yeah, I'm sure they'll have a lovely time this weekend. Right, let's get down that road. Auntie's going to be left unattended, so best not do that to her. Friday afternoon, chocolate chip cookies. There you go. Fantastic. Very nice. Right, just had the call. This could be the Holy Grail. This phone call could be the multi-million pound phone call. This could be the only Fools and Horses pocket watch. This could be the last time I've ever had to get up and go to work. What do you reckon, guys? Or is it going to be more old tat? Let's see.
3 years.
No gold bars, but a very freaky cellar room. Like, this must be the oldest part of the property. Old coal's shed. Very old part. Old boiler room. That's the main sink. Look at that. That must have been cast, that must have been made like that, because there's no way that's going to bend.
No way.
Mental. Well, no gold bars, no famous, no watches worth millions of pounds, but there's definitely a few, I would say, interesting curios. And there's one item that I've never ever seen before, and I'm not being arrogant, but you are a few years in this game and you do see stuff over and over again. This is a completely one-off. I've never ever seen one. I didn't even know such a thing existed. And it's quite, for me, being the eco gypsy, it's quite an interesting item, and I'll show you in a minute. We'll pull up and I'll show you. So parts of that property date back probably to the sort of late 17th, early 18th century, or 1800s I should say. The cellar and the front part of the house, which I didn't film, is definitely sort of Tudor. Mental place, which has all fell into disrepair. But yeah, mate of mine's been given the task of clearing it out, and there's hundreds of tons of absolute crap in there. But it's been nice to actually just walk about and look at things. It's quite mental. There's servants' quarters in there, and yeah, you didn't think places like that still exist, but it's been modernised in the 1980s, so there's pink carpets and horrible decor everywhere. But yeah, interesting place, and a few interesting little knickknacks that shall fill the shelves at Driftwood. But it's exciting walking around places like that, because it's just, you don't know what you're going to find in these little cubby holes and stuff. It's, yeah. Anyway, we're going to get back, get it unloaded, and start doing some research, because there's a few bits there we've got no idea what they are. Never had one, never seen one, didn't even know one of these existed. This is a Moulins patent earth closet composting toilet, 1890s. Pull this handle, it's all in working condition, and out comes your ash for your toilet. What an amazing bit of kit. Don't know quite what I'm going to do with it, but I think that's cool. It's nice seeing stuff you've never seen before. Well, that all got a bit western today. It's always the same in that bloody shop. We're unloading trucks and people are trying to buy stuff off the truck, and then the blokes turn up for the wood, and then yeah, we're trying to price stuff and get stuff ready because I'm off tomorrow to the wedding. So mental. And I can't stay late because I've got to meet someone up at the campsite and finish the mowing. So yeah, it's all go. Good to be busy. We had quite a giggle today because Auntie G's been inundated with strange men. She seems to attract them. Right, let's get up this road. Fields cut, people are happy. They're moving on there tonight to do some bits. And we are now going to go and see my other favourite person, Super Terry. The panda, Super Panda, has got to go in for its MOT. So I need to... Who's this? Who's this person? Oh, it's Internet Karen. Come on, babe. Done. Is he smiling? Is he angry? Who knows? Where are we? We are at the White Horse in Crosswick for our dinner. Yay! Always good. I've got Internet Karen, there she is. And we're waiting for Terry and his wife. Lovely dinner. Lovely dinner with lovely people. Super Terry and Mrs. Super Terry. Always good at the White Horse. Had a good time, didn't we, babe?
Yeah.
Yay! Right, off home. Up early, Saturday morning. Get these two out before it gets too hot. Because we're not taking them today to the wedding. We are going to go in the camper van. Once they've had a good run, they'll be out in the yard for the day, and we've got some friends of ours to come and check and feed them later. But it's not going to be fair on them. Just they're going to either be in a hot van or some hot venue all day, so we're going to leave them, give them a run now, and then we're off to the wedding. Weird not getting up and going to work, to be honest with you, but hopefully the girls will be okay today. Hope it's not too busy for them really, because they're going to be struggling with prices and stuff, but we will see. Right, let's get down that beach. This is a little secret way. You won't hear me saying this very often, but if you are going to have a swim in the sea, I couldn't have thought of a better time to do it than now. It is beautiful, clear water. There's two people out there swimming. Look, sun's now getting a bit of heat into it. Yeah, what a fabulous. Just looks like abroad, really. That's what it looks like. So, yeah. I'm not tempted myself right this second, but I can see the appeal. And normally in the North Sea, you think, no bloody way. I'll give you a quick look at the. We're not getting married, by the way, but this is our do. So. There we go. Right, we've gone old. What we've gone for, babe? The theme for today's wedding. Vintage gypsy. That's the thing we always have. To be fair, nothing new there. Right, we're off. Me and Lady Karen are used to this type of stuff, aren't we, dear? Estates, grounds, and what have you. It's very beautiful. On the way to finding this church. This is all very lovely. This is Felbrigg Church in the middle of Felbrigg Hall Estate. So I don't think I'll do too much actual filming of the do, because they're quite private people, but yeah. rebuilding. When he said he's getting a horse and cart, I thought he meant an old cob and a flat cart, not this setup. Look at that. Lovely old dude. And there they go. They got 47 miles, so they should be there by tomorrow. It's nice, isn't it? Must be a natural stream or something coming through, obviously. Just waiting for the horse and cart to turn up. All the people are here. That is, yeah, they get the wind going right. Look at that. There we go. There they are. Well, we're on our way home. It's been a lovely day, lovely wedding, met up some new people and had a great time. We've enjoyed ourselves, haven't we, baby?
Yes.
It's been good. So we'll call that quits for this week's video. Thank you all for watching. As usual, thanks for all the comments and all the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Catch you on the next one.